I honestly have no clue how I didn't record this video earlier, but the first unit we're going to look at today is LR Tech DBS Broly. His intro animation is very, very good. I don't know if I like this one better than the AGL DBS Broly, but I really do enjoy most of his animations just all together. I think they executed really well on Dragon Ball Super Broly and just overall really captured the quality of that film into the game pretty extraordinarily. Next, we have AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. This has to be the best intro animation in the game, in my opinion. Like, I think one thing that a lot of people take for granted is the fact that we have already the LR Fizz G4 fusion animation, and they found a way to make it more high quality, more unique, different cinematography, include the shots of the people reacting to the fusion that allows it to feel so fresh. And there's so many different angles they take and different colorings, of course. I mean, how well he's already animated in the first place helps this animation a ton, but I think the fact that it's not just copy and paste exactly what we saw from the Fizz G4 allowed this animation to really shine, and it really does show us that they can be unique and original when they want to. Next, we have Omega Shenron, and his animation is pretty good. It doesn't compare to Gogeta, of course. It is pretty funny that you have Omega Shenron coming out side by side to Gogeta when their animations are nowhere near even the same quality. But I don't hate Omega's animations. I actually do like them. I think there's a simplistic charm to them. But I do like the darkness, and then there's a little like I don't know what you call that. It's the same effect they use on Broly's transformation. I don't know what you call that, but I like that effect they use on there, and then he just starts laughing. I mean, that's pretty cool, but I like the OST here as well. It really helps out the intro. Next, we got Tech Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. I mean, who cannot like this intro to an extent, right? I mean, I think there's a lot of things on the Tech Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku's animations that felt like they might have just under-delivered, or maybe Sean Schimmel just didn't give his all the way that we were hoping to, or maybe they didn't even record his lines. Maybe they just took it from somewhere else. Who knows? But I do like how well it is animated altogether. There is one thing I like about this unit is they did animate him fairly well, and it kind of gave him justice to why a lot of people wanted him to be in the game, just outside of his kit, of course. Outside of Gogeta and maybe DBS Broly, this has gotta be the next one up. The Fizz Super Saiyan 2 Gohan's intro animation really packs a punch. Once again, it's gonna be kind of the same thing I talked about with the AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, is they really found a way to make this intro animation unique. We have already 2 iterations, actually, I guess 3 iterations of this Gohan transforming. We have the AGL Super Saiyan Gohan going to Super Saiyan 2. We have the Tech LR Super Saiyan Goku and Gohan, where they do the active skill and Gohan quickly goes into Super Saiyan 2 for the Kamehameha. And then finally, we have the STR Super Saiyan Gohan that goes to Super Saiyan 2 on the counter animation. So we have 3 different iterations of how they executed this Super Saiyan 2 transformation, but they have found a 4th way and the most cinematic way to absolutely execute this transformation that just makes it feel far superior to the other ones we've seen before. I like how AGL Kid Goku's is really a different intro animation altogether. It sets like a scene almost. It kind of just gets to let you know who Goku is. Back in the martial arts days, you get that nice little dojo music going on. You know, Goku paying respects to Grandpa Gohan. I think it's a really cool scene because it's not like AGL Kid Goku getting ready or something like that. It really fits the narrative of what OG Dragon Ball is, and it's just a cinematic piece about an adventure, more so about getting ready for a fight. So I think that's why I like this one a lot. Then we get to Fusion Zamasu's, which is a really excellent fusion animation for the intro. Again, not better than Gogeta's, but I do think it is very well done. You have them grabbing the earrings, and then the entire sequence of Fusion Zamasu being revealed here on the intro animation is just excellently executed. All the colors, it's very smooth, very colorful. I mean, there's not many scenes I'm gonna say, oh, that looks blurry, that's a little choppy. Very smooth, excellent colors. Is a very vibrant intro animation that gets you hooked immediately once you start seeing Fusion Zamasu getting colored in. And also just a shadow effect they use and the earring effect. There's a lot of great effects they use on this intro. Next, we have LR We Saiyans Have No Limits. They're literally only on here because of the famous iconic meme line, "We Saiyans have no what?" We Saiyans have no what? We gotta always include these guys on this intro list. It is going to be impossible to not include these guys on this list. I don't care how long this meme is going to be around. We will keep it alive as much as possible until the EZA and actually end up being very good. Then the meme probably will go away, question mark, maybe, I don't know. But I mean, if we're talking about the actual scene, the lip sync's not even correct. It's not that greatly animated, so they're lucky that their tagline, their voice line is pretty iconic, because outside of that, there's a little more to be desired here. Next, we got AGL Omega, which in my opinion is way better than Fizz Omega's intro animation. It's pretty funny that, again, the AGL Omega Shenron's animation quality is probably, not even probably, it's just far superior to Omega, the Fizz Omega Shenron's animations, but it doesn't mean it's bad. Again, like I said earlier, I do like physical Omegas, but AGL Omega really does have all of the love you were hoping the physical one would also have as well. The Dragon Thunder, all the Shadow Dragons being in one attack, the minus power energy ball, along with all of that, his intro animation from going to Sin Shenron to Omega Shenron, that looks absolutely excellent. The green lighting effect is transforming, the Dragon Ball being revealed in his chest with that rainbow light coming out. It is an excellent scene, so smooth. The OST is going crazy. I mean, if this unit was not bad on release, man, this would probably be my favorite unit probably ever in this game, at least for a good minute, or if not in the entirety of this game, probably just in 2023. This unit is very iconic in how he's animated and his OST, but he's also iconic for how bad he was on release. Next, we have Fizz Godku, which is easily top 5 OST, maybe top 3 for me. I love the intro OST, dude. It's so well done. Man, like the majestic moment right in the beginning of like him awakening into Super Saiyan God, and he comes down and it just reveals, man, the OST and intro, that's got to be my favorite pairing. Probably in the entire game. It is so well done. It fits the entire scene so well. I'm so excited for Fizz Godku's EZA, man. What a great unit. Next, we have the LR Tech Gods and the LR Fizz Super Saiyan 4s. I'm going to go ahead and combine these two together because, quite frankly, they are the founders of intro animations. Now, we technically have had intro animations before with units like Rebrian and the Great Saiyaman, who they both transformed as soon as you got into the game. But these are the true founders of intro animation, since they were the units to introduce the intro animation first, since they actually officially labeled it. And they both have really good scenes. The Tech Gods, you know, Goku bouncing around and then them powering up in the same style as they powered up inside of Dragon Ball Super Broly. Super Saiyan 4s are not as good, but again, I think more so the reason why they have to be on this list is they were the founders, and they're still high quality intros. There's nothing wrong with them. I mean, they're both really good, and even if I see them to this day, I'm not skipping either of them. They look really good overall, and just as an intro set, they were a great starting set for us to get for intros, and I'll be excited to see what they do in the future with them. Next, we have LRAGL Gold and Frieza. Oh my gosh. This intro animation is so peak. I love that the transformation sequence, and I do think of nowadays I am ready for a better looking version of that Golden Frieza transformation, but I do think they did it really well. Now, I think it could be more dynamic after looking at units we've gotten this year, and if they give them the proper animation budget, they can make this look absolutely crazy. But it's still very well done. It is a very long intro though, and then the OST in the background, dude, oh my gosh, it just fits like the Emperor theme, and like the choir is literally singing his praises, right? Like Golden Frieza, like it's so good. It works so well for this unit. It fits Golden Frieza really well. And I did say earlier that I think Godku's is the best intro and OST match, but now I'm thinking about it again, dude. I don't know, maybe Golden Frieza's on there. I don't know. And between those two, I think that fits the OST and the intro so immaculately. One of my favorite OSTs in the game as well is the Golden Frieza intro. Absolutely amazing. We talked about this one earlier, the AGL DBS Broly one, which, maybe you could argue is better than the second DBS one, and I don't think anyone would hate you for it because it is a very quality animation coming down from the rocks all the way up, rising up with the red eyes and the magnifying green light, and then he's getting ready for battle as it zooms in onto Broly with the grit on his face, angry, ready to pound anyone in front of him. It's a very, I wouldn't say intense scene, but you definitely can feel like, oh my gosh, he's about to commit a beatdown, which I think fits Broly really well. Techie-wise, intro OST is also really good, but I just love the intro animation altogether. I think just, the kind of fitting that scene, and they, faithfully recreated it very well in this game with everyone passing by and then gonna get past the energy to Goku to go into UI, and then of course the OST is great. I think overall it's a decent sequence. I mean, maybe they could do it better. I don't know, but it's definitely one of his best animated animations in the game. There is more to be desired with his super attacks, but I do think his transformation scene and also his intro scene are very well done for Tech UI, and you definitely feel like that those animations are probably going to age fairly well throughout the rest of this game. Next, we got Tech Bardock. His is on this list because, well, first of all, it is really good. The OST pairs fairly well with it, but it's, of course, the fact that this was very memed. There was a lot of times where people would do the Tech Bardock reaching out thing, and then they would, it changed into something else completely different than Frieza to Goku. I don't know. It's just really cool to bring on here because of the meme culture of what this intro was, but also, I mean, a lot of people just consider this an amazing intro, and I don't blame them. It's a very well captured moment of when Bardock is seeing the future, because that's what he does, and just getting glimpses and trying to understand what is going on. And it's, I don't know, it's a really cool scene. I think there's a lot of great coloring here, and I just gotta include it more so for how good it was, and then also the meme culture of it. Finally, we have the LR into Ginyu Force. Man, they did this really well. And you probably heard me talk about this in the past, but I am very shocked on how quality the Ginyu Force animations were throughout this entire game. Well, not the entire game, but for this specific LR. The style of these guys, they look even better than they did in the anime, and they have like a certain style to them. I don't even know who the animator was for this unit, but I think they should come back for a future unit because I love that style they used on them, and it just made every animation pop out significantly different than ones we've seen in the past. And I think that intro animation of them arriving on the scene is really well done. High quality animations for them. Of course, them just introducing themselves as the members is one of the most iconic intros you're going to see in this game. And we were destined to get it eventually, and I'm glad we got it with this level of quality and love and care for that scene. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you guys agree or disagree with this list? Do you guys think there should have been other people on this list? Let me know in the comments below. I mean, really, all intro animations in this game are very good. I don't really think there's many I hate. So, you probably could have put more on here, of course, that are not even on here, and I would not even argue it. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to click the links in the description below. There's playlists for all of my previous Dokkan Battle voice content videos. That's the first link. The second one is to all of my Dokkan Battle content videos in general. And finally, I have a link to my G Fuel Ambassador Code website, where if you go on G Fuel and try out their 2.0 flavors, they have all these new modified flavor recipes to help G Fuel taste better for your hydration needs or energy needs. And you could add those products to your cart and then use code LR24 at checkout for 20% off of your order. So yes, please take advantage of that if you are using G Fuel, and it helps support the channel a ton. So it would mean a bunch to me, and it would mean a bunch to everyone else as well here at the team. And again, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.